As Israel's assault on Gaza ramps up, there's growing concern about the fate of the hostages being held in the Palestinian territory. Victims' families now campaigning for the international community to push for their loved ones' safe release. They've taken out ads, they've posted signs, even put up billboards in cities across the world showing pictures of the hostages and demanding that we bring them home now. We're now joined by Yehuda Benin, whose daughter Liat and son-in-law Aviv are among those held captive by Hamas. Yehuda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I mean, where do we even begin? Your daughter, your son-in-law have been held hostage now for more than 3 weeks. How are you holding up, and what's getting you through the days right now?
First of all, thank you for having me on your show. I would like to say that both my wife and I are very focused to doing everything in our power to be with our grandchildren and to obtain the release of Liat and her husband Aviv. We don't have time to get caught up in the emotions of the events or to lose control. So we remain dedicated to the objectives at hand to make sure that our family is being taken care of, and this is keeping us focused, very simply.
Yeah, you're demanding answers and justice and safety for your family. Take us back to October 7th, if you could, when they were taken hostage. I understand Hamas terrorists stormed their kibbutz, and their children, your grandchildren, were also spread out in hiding. What do you know about that day in particular?
What happened once around 6:25 a.m., we heard on the news that there were some actions going on in the south. We called our daughter Liat and asked her what's going on. She very briefly described the situation as being crazy. Was not able to talk to continue the conversation. There was apparently a lot of stuff going on around. Later, I understood that what happened was that 150 fully armed commandos stormed into the kibbutz and began going from house to house, either executing smoking people, executing babies and children, executing older people, setting fire to their homes, trying to smoke people out of their safe rooms, and at the end of the day, abducting something like 70 plus people from the kibbutz Gaza Strip.
Yeah. The details are just unconscionable. And I also understand one of your grandsons, was in one of his apartments when they broke in, and he held his body weight against that mamad, or that concrete bunker, until they left. I understand a few days later, your daughter's phone was found in the kibbutz. Her husband's phone was found in Gaza. You obviously, I'm assuming, aren't getting any updates on their whereabouts or their well-being. What are you hoping and praying for right now as the best scenario?
The best scenario is that they come home in one piece. First, I see you have a lot of background information, so clearly you understand. To the best of my knowledge, Liat and Aviv are defined as probably abducted. I don't think we can share any additional information other than that. We have little choice but to rely on the hostage negotiating teams to secure their release as soon as possible, as well as all of the other hostages that are being held in Gaza.
Yeah. And my last question for you, news networks across the world and outlets across the globe are showing images of these hostages with the hashtag Bring Them Home and pictures just like the ones behind you. What message do you have for our viewers this morning? What do we need to know about family members like yours?
I think that your viewers should know that the administration of President Biden is undertaking every possible avenue of approach in order to secure the release of the hostages, and that the administration is fully dedicated from the top down towards working towards the release of the hostages. We're in contact with the relevant federal agencies, including the FBI and the State Department, and we are constantly updated as to the status of the hostages, the American citizens among them specifically. So I feel confident that that the work that the administration is doing will eventually lead to the release of the hostages.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.